If you're planning to immigrate to Canada, there's literally number one thing that can determine whether you receive your permanent residency or not, and that is your CRS score. I get messages every single day asking, Akshara, how can I calculate my CRS score? How many points do I get for a degree? If I learn French, how many extra points will I receive? So in this video, I'm going to explain to you how exactly your CRS score works. How do you calculate it with using the IRCC official website, and how learning French can significantly improve your chances of getting an invitation for permanent residency in Canada. Salut, I'm Akshara and I have cleared the TEF Canada exam from scratch in 13 months, and I have created this channel to talk all things about the TEF TCF Canada exam, French language, and the Canadian immigration through French proficiency. If you're new here, do hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And if you're looking for some strategy on how to go about with your whole French journey, or if you have any specific questions, you can schedule a call with me. I will leave the link in the description below, and hopefully I'll be able to help you out there. With that, let's get right into the video. Now, what is CRS? CRS stands for Competitive Ranking System. Think of it like a leaderboard. Every candidate who creates an express entry profile receives a CRS score. The higher you score, the higher your chances of getting invitation to apply for permanent residency. Now, here's the important thing. CRS score is not something random. It is calculated on several factors like your age, education, your English language score, your French language score, what your work experience is, whether you've studied in Canada or not, and so many other factors. So depending on all of this, you will be getting your points. The easiest way for you to estimate your score is using the IRCC official website. I will leave a link in the description below. You can literally just type up IRCC calculator and you will be able to calculate it for yourself. But let's here look at an example. Okay, so let's go on to the IRCC website, and so let's, for example, look at never married, let's say 26-year-old. The level of education is a bachelor's degree, and if you have earned a Canadian degree, no. Let's look at the first thing is English. So let's see a basic of IELTS. You need a minimum of 7 in speaking, 8 in listening, 7 in reading, and another 7 in writing. And let's do TEF Canada. So that is, you need a minimum of NCLC 7 to score the 62 points. So let's say this is for the NCLC 7. So this is work experience in Canada. Let's say, for example, let's say none. And for foreign work experience, let's put 1 year. You need a minimum of 1 year work experience here. Do you have a Canadian certificate of qualification? No. And do you have a valid job offer? Let's put that as a no. And nomination? No again. And if you have any blood relation or things like that, who's a citizen or a permanent resident, let's put that no. And let's calculate the results. So here you can see for age you're getting some scores, for education you're getting some scores, and for your first official language, which is English, you're getting these points, and for second official language you're getting 12 points for French. And let's say no spouse. For official language proficiency, again you're getting 25 points here. And for foreign work experience, a minimum of 1 year, you get 25 points. And for study, sibling, all of that 0. But for French, you're getting 50 points. So here you can see for French language, you're getting 50 points. And for the second official language, you're getting 12 points. So a total of 62 points is what you will be scoring. And then your CRS score comes up to 466. Now, This makes you eligible for the French proficiency pathway. Where does French come in for all of this? This is the part where most people don't fully understand. French helps your CR score in so many ways, not just one. So, as I told, firstly, as I just showed you in the CRS calculator, you will get some scores like 12 points for your second official language. If English is your first official language and you submit your TEF or TCF Canada results, you can score up to an additional of your 12 points through your second official language. Now, the second way is through additional bilingual bonus points. If you achieve NCLC 7 or higher in all 4 French skills, which is your reading, writing, listening, and speaking, and CLB 5 or higher in English, IRCC will give you 50 additional points for additional factors section. If your English is CLB 4 or lower, then the bonus points that you'll be getting is 25 points. Because your French score itself contributes to your language profile, many applicants will also overall receive like points, like I said, 62 points. When they get NCLC 7, but you also have a scope of getting more points depending what your profile looks like. If let's say you're getting NCLC 10 in French, then I think you get up to 87 points. I never checked because obviously I didn't get so much. But yeah, the idea is depending on what your profile is, you will be getting more points. Let's see, how actually French comes into play. Let's say your CRS score is 466. If I take off the French points here, let's say you get lower points in writing, just one band lower, that is NCLC 6 in writing. Let's calculate the scores. Oh, you can see you're only getting 414 points. So your French language skill became 0. So even if you get 1 point lower in any one of your sections in French, your points get lower. You will not be getting any of those 50 additional points. However, you do get some second official language points, which is 10. So depending on your scores, you will be getting those points. One question I get all the time is CRS score enough? That answer depends on the type of draw. General Express entry usually requires a much higher score, and the French proficiency pathway has like a lower cutoff and that makes it a lot more attractive for all the candidates. Cutoffs can also vary from draw to draw, so you can do some research on what it looks like. Actually, on that note, I will also show you what the last 10 draws have been like for French, and you'll get an understanding of what really pattern has been in the last year at least. So let's look at the recent draws here. This is the IRCC official website, and you can see that. Let's see when the latest one was on May 28, 2026, and the CRS score was 409, which is significantly lower than everything else, right? So here again you can see on April 29th the CRS score for French language was 400. On April 15th, just 2 weeks before that, it was 419. 4,000 candidates were invited for this. So as you can see, the latest draws, if you do some research on it, you'll understand that the pathway has a way lower cutoff as compared to everything else. So if you can see like a Canadian Express class, CEC pathway requires 509. This was one of the draws, but it's just increasing. So this was 514th for CEC draw. 516, it's just going upwards. But you can see that for the French proficiency pathway in the recent times, it has been really low. It's actually always been very low. It's always been mostly under 450. So if you do go through the French proficiency pathway, you get the 62 points. You're almost through if you're in your 400s, because you're more likely to get, just considering the fact that the cutoff is much lower. Should you learn French? Here is my advice. If your CRS score is already comfortable around the recent invitation level, you obviously may not need French purely for immigration purposes. But if your CRS score is sitting somewhere in the 430s, 450s, or even in like 470s or 500s, like I just showed you what the recent draws have been for the general pathway, it's been over 515, right? So if you're even in like your 480s, 500s, then having French can completely change your profile. Not only can it increase your CRS score, it can also open the door for your category based invitation, specifically for French speaking candidates. So that means there is a huge difference between just sitting out and waiting, not knowing what is going to happen, just waiting for the scores to drop, versus clearing French and being in that sure shot space where you know you're safe and you don't really have to worry about anything. So that's exactly how you calculate your CRS score in 2026. If you haven't done it yet, I highly recommend you using the official IRCC calculator, just so that you can understand where you stand. Depending on that, once you know your score, you'll be able to understand, okay, should I improve my English? Should I focus on learning French? Is it, I need to work on getting more work experience? All of these things you will be able to strategize a little better if you know what your CRS score is. And if you're preparing for your TEF or TCF Canada exam, this channel also has more resources on how you will be able to achieve your NCLC 7 goals soon. If you also have any specific questions or you want to strategize specifically to your current situation, I suggest you can book a call with me. As I mentioned, I will leave a link in the description below and we can get connected there. I think this was about it for this video. Hope you're now able to understand how to actually calculate the CRS score and really understand if French is for you or not. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. I will answer them for you. With that, we're at the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one. A bientôt.